Welcome back, my friends. We are continuing our path toward our destiny. The next step on our journey leads us to the fifth step, Chrysoberyl, the guardian stone of grace. In a world that can often feel tough and relentless, the idea of grace stands out as a shimmering beacon of hope. Grace represents the unmerited favor given to us by a higher power. Regardless of our efforts or actions, be they virtuous or otherwise, grace is not something we can attain on our own. Grace is a compelling word encompassing the most admirable virtues of humanity. It embraces love, kindness, forgiveness, and beauty in a way that brings these qualities to life. Under grace, these traits find their rightful place and inspire us to strive for their presence in our lives. It is a shining example on our journey toward personal growth and fulfillment. When discussing grace, one cannot help but think of its ultimate source, God Himself. He exemplifies it elegantly in every sense, through His Word, history, and our daily lives. Through His actions and teachings, God unveiled the true essence of humanity. He showed us our flaws, reminding us of our failings and insecurities. However, in that revelation, He also revealed the boundless capacity for love, unfathomable kindness, and unparalleled forgiveness within each of us. God demonstrated true beauty in His grace and mercy, the gift of salvation through His Son, Jesus Christ. The beautiful concept of grace can be fully grasped through the divine bond between God and humanity. Through His infinite love, we feel a deep sense of liberation, unburdened by our flaws and limitations. We can live a life filled with freedom and unbounded joy with His grace. God's grace is a remarkable treasure beyond material wealth or success. It is an immeasurable gift that guides us and helps us flourish in our earthly journey. By embracing the teachings of Christ, His love and mercy, we can nurture this divine grace and experience continuous growth in our lives. At our fifth step, we encounter Chrysoberyl, the guardian stone of grace. Grace is defined as God's unearned favor given to us, completely contrasting the concept of karma, where one receives what one deserves. We are genuinely grateful for the abundance of blessings and acts of kindness from God's grace. It is an extraordinary gift to be chosen as recipients of this divine favor, and we humbly recognize and appreciate this tremendous honor given to us. In 1 Samuel 17:40, we find David selecting 5 smooth stones to confront Goliath. However, it is interesting to note that in 1 Samuel 17:49-50, David only required 1 stone to defeat his formidable opponent. This symbolism teaches us a valuable lesson. The first stone strengthens us for our current battles, while the rest instills confidence in our ability to face future challenges. But why did David take 5 stones if he only needed 1? Just as David's single stone proved more than sufficient against Goliath, so is God's grace enough for us. It equips us with unwavering courage and empowers us with divine strength. With Chrysoberyl as our guardian stone of grace on this journey, we are reminded that through faith and reliance on God's grace, even the seemingly impossible obstacles can be overcome. Let us embrace this divine favor with gratitude and walk confidently, knowing that God's unearned favor will shower upon our lives at every step of our spiritual growth and transformation. Let this precious stone symbolize hope and assurance that no matter what battles lie ahead, we can trust in His grace to sustain us and bring victory. In life's journey, it is essential to understand that God has made provision for us to live victorious lives. The grace of God leads us to victory in every aspect, allowing us to overcome our unique battles and accomplish all that we are meant to do. We must accept what God has done for us to embrace this victorious life fully. By trusting Him every step of the way, we can tap into His divine grace and experience the fullness of His blessings. We must learn to possess our possessions, take responsibility for our actions, and align ourselves with His plans and purposes. Believing in the sufficiency of God's grace is critical to living a life of victory. Through this unwavering confidence, we can experience His abundant provision in both spiritual and material aspects. As we trust Him, He will supply all our needs in perfect timing, enabling us to make an eternal difference in the lives of others. Remember, you are built to take responsibility for your calling and purpose. In doing so, God will be with you every step of the way, guiding and empowering you to accomplish all He gives you to do. Trust in His grace, lean on His strength, and embrace a life filled with victories that bring glory to Him. Are you ready to experience a victorious life? A life where you make a significant and everlasting impact? It all starts with fully accepting what God has done for you and learning to possess your possessions. Possessions in this context simply means your physical, spiritual, and emotional well-being. It is regaining and retaining control over our thoughts, actions, and directions or destiny. The grace of God is the key that unlocks the door to victory in all areas of your life. It is through His grace that you can conquer your unique battles and overcome any obstacles that come your way. But here's the thing. It requires trust. Trusting God every step of the way is essential. You were not created to be passive spectators in life. No, you are built to take responsibility and embrace all God has ordained for you. And guess what? He will help you accomplish everything He assigns to you. In this journey, know deep within your heart that God's grace is sufficient for a life of victory. You don't have to worry about lacking anything because He promises to supply all your needs at the perfect time. So let go of any doubts or fears and embrace the limitless power of God's grace in your life. Choose confidence in believing that nothing is impossible with Him on your side. Get ready to live a victorious life, making an eternal difference every step of the way. 2 Corinthians 9:8. And God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that you, always having all sufficiency in all things, may have an abundance for every good work. God's grace is so amazing that it blesses you with all the sufficiency you need for every situation. This ensures that you always have an abundance of resources to carry out any kind of good work. Like David, who chose 5 smooth stones, but God only needed 1 to take down Goliath. The first stone was for his immediate situation or battle, and the others were for the rest of his life. We all face battles and challenges that can sometimes feel overwhelming. However, as believers, we are fortunate to have the grace of God that leads us to victory. We can overcome obstacles and succeed in our unique battles through His divine grace. Trusting in God's grace means fully accepting what He has done for us. God has made provision for us to live a victorious life now, not just in the future. He desires us to make an eternal difference and impact others positively. To possess our possessions, it is vital that we have unwavering confidence in believing that God's grace is sufficient for a life of victory. This confidence allows us to tap into His unlimited power and rely on Him for every need. While God's grace empowers us, it does not mean we sit back passively. On the contrary, we are designed to take responsibility and actively pursue what He has called us to do. In this journey, God promises to help and support us every step of the way.